The Ancient Gods Part 1 is the first of 2 planned expansions for Doom Eternal. Now it starts up right after the end of the main campaign, and there is a quick text summary to bring you up to speed. Essentially, it's just more into the universe nonsense with Doom Guy once again at the forefront of it. Now I have a hard time following all the actual lore, but I do like the implications set up in the finale of this game, which will lead us directly into Part 2. Alright, so let's get into what really matters, slaughtering some motherfucking demons. There is no holding back on this DLC. It ramps up the difficulty both in its even more mechanic-heavy arenas, as well as some well-made platforming sections to kind of break up the combat. I was actually taken aback by how intense it is, having not played for a while. Every single encounter in this DLC is thought out to force the player to use each ability at their disposal to survive. And thankfully, every upgrade is already unlocked for every gun, so you can really just go wild with it. And you need to, because the new enemies introduced require certain weapons to defeat, whether it be the spirit that possesses and enhances a demon's aggression who can only be exploded out of existence with the plasma gun secondary, or the new Marauder type who uses AoE attacks to slow you and take away at your health, and has to be killed by a well-timed counter headshot only when he's unshielded. Compared to the main campaign, I think they did a really good job in expanding the platforming segments to make them a bit more challenging, as well as the boss fights, which further test your skills, although the final fight gets way too hectic. The only real complaint I can see people making is that it can be a bit frustrating trying to balance all the abilities, enemy types, and environmental hazards, but this is in-game content, so it shouldn't be easy. You get a 4-ish hour campaign with plenty of cosmetic rewards and incentives to replay. I am happy to say that this isn't just some quick cash grab. For Doom fans, this expansion should be a blessing. It ticks every box and it isn't afraid to up the stakes with each encounter. Now the difficulty, heavy mechanics, resource management may scare some away, but I imagine that the core Doom audience won't mind. So you can get both expansions bundled together at $30 or buy each one individually at $20, and if the second part to this is as meaty as the first, then the price is justified. Which is why I would give Doom Eternal, The Ancient Gods Part 1 an 8 out of 10.